Hello, everybody. You're welcome to Just for Women Africa, and my name is Ololiko. I'm also the founder of Just for Women Africa. And on today's show, we're going to be talking mathematics with none other than Rose Danjuma, the founder of School of Mathematics in Nigeria. She started in 2021, and she's doing amazingly well. She has over 130,000 followers of people around the world following her, and she teaches mathematics. And we'll be talking to her about her love for mathematics, why she decided to create a channel just dedicated to people who want to learn mathematics and all. But of course, before we start the show, we'd like to give a shout out to Best Gain. They were on the show some few weeks ago. If you love to get your face really looking really good, I recommend their products, Best Gain. You can find their descriptions down below if you want to contact them. Okay, Rose, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Raycom.
You're welcome, Rose. You're welcome, Rose. All right, Rose. First of all, I'm sure everybody will wondering, why did you decide to start off a channel or an Instagram page dedicated to mathematics?
Okay, so first things first, I've always taught right from when I was in primary school. I've always taught mathematics. When I get home, the children in the compound, I'll gather them and then just teach them. So the joy that comes from seeing that somebody understands what I am showing or saying makes me happy. I like the joy I derive from it. I've always wanted to be a teacher. When my parents asked me when I was younger, I'll tell them I want to be a teacher. My dad still calls me Teacher Rose up to this day. I know people always say, oh, being a teacher is a job that you wouldn't really get much from. Why do you want to teach? But I think it's the passion that comes with it. Just being happy that whatever I teach, somebody understands. So back to the question, we know that there was this pandemic in 2020 and there was nothing. We were just at home doing nothing. It's like the world was going to come to an end. Yeah. And I didn't know what to do at that point. I really wanted to reach out to a lot of people because truthfully, I feel like I could reach out to more people. Why would I be in a class with just 50 people or maybe 20 people or maybe 10 people? And I can actually reach out to a lot of people at the same time. So thank God for the internet. So that was when I just thought to myself, one time I was writing my New Year resolution and I just said, okay, you know what? Stop being shy. Just do it. If you scroll down to the first few videos I had, I wasn't showing my face. I didn't want people to be intimidated, like, she trying to show off that she can solve mathematics. So I just thought, don't show your face, just write with your hands. But along the line, I understood that social media wants you to show your face so that they can actually have confidence in you. And you're also going to inspire younger ones, especially the female child. So I just thought, okay, let's just do it. And I think that was what prompted me to start showing my face on my channel. Yes.
All right, that's great. So I watched a couple of videos and I can say you're doing an amazing job. And it's really educated. I didn't know that mathematics was that simple. What do you think are some of the mistakes that people make in mathematics? Because I remember when I was back in school, I mean, you always given the impression that mathematics is hard. But after watching your videos, I go like, wow, I wish I was taught like this. And I'm sure I'm getting A's in the mathematics.
Okay, so the misconceptions, like I stated in my ebook, because I actually wrote a book so people can read and know that, oh, it's not that deep, it's not rocket science. The mistake people make is, oh, it's hard. They just have it in their head. First things first, it's hard. When we think like that, we would never get to see the simple side of anything. So I think the problem starts with the teachers. The teachers make it look like it's rocket science when it's actually not rocket science. I would always say there are three important things to know. Know the formula first. If you know your formula, you'll be able to get your answer, because if you do not know the formula, you don't know what next to do. Then to know the processes involved, like, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you get your answer. Then the last but not the least, know the laws. We have different laws, different rules in some topics. So just know these 3 things and then you are good to go.
Okay, well, you make it sound so easy. I mean, like just learn the formula, know the steps, and you sort out the questions. But for some of us, it's like it takes you forever. I mean, it takes forever. Okay, so let's talk. You're a female. You seem to be doing very well in mathematics. Do the men around you feel intimidated? Seeing that a woman is really good in mathematics and she seems to know what she's doing. What has been your feedback from society so far?
It's been amazing. I actually do not regret showing my face because every day I wake up and I get a message or a call from somebody saying, I like your page, you're doing really well. I feel humbled because I used to think, oh, they'll think you're being proud. But the feedback I've gotten from men, I think it's more of a motivation, not even, no, I think it's more of a motivation because they've really been impressed. Like, a female, and then it makes them want to even know, like, oh, if she can do it, I can actually do it, but I don't think, maybe few who wouldn't tell, but so far so good. It's been a great feedback. I think men have been inspired, I think.
Okay, that's nice to know. It's nice to know that these men have been inspired. So apart from people in school who watch your program, I'm thinking people in primary, secondary, or probably university watch your program. Have you got any other people outside that demographic interested in what you do and actually probably offering you a job and saying, come forward, we can put you in this organization or you can head this department, stuff like that?
Yes, I have. Okay. One video went viral in November, December last year. A video of mine went viral all over the platforms. I had a viral video on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Yes. So people were reaching out to me, companies like tech companies, startups were reaching out to me. I don't know if you know this company, ULS in Nigeria. We have this other one, Explore More. Explore More reached out to me. A company in the UK reached out to me, and I've forgotten others that reached out to me. And at that point, I wasn't ready because I'm still taking my thesis. I am a master's student in Kaduna State University, and I was about to do my defense that period, so I had to go back to school. So the time everything was happening, it was so overwhelming. So I had to tell them, oh, please, I'll reach back to you guys. I don't think I'm ready. I didn't even have a structure, nothing. I was just doing this thing, not knowing these opportunities were going to come. So I wasn't ready at that time. So I couldn't accept any offer at that point.
You said you're in Kaduna State University. What are you studying?
I'm actually studying, I'm in the mathematical science department of mathematical science, sorry, and I'm actually writing a thesis I'm under applied mathematics. We have pure mathematics and applied mathematics. Then under applied mathematics, we have mathematical modeling and the rest. So I'm under mathematical modeling because it's like applying mathematical concepts to real life situations. And I'm more of that person. I want you to know, oh, it's relatable, not just the rocket science that everybody thinks about. So that's what I'm actually writing on.
Okay. All right, Rose. Can you give us a topic in mathematics, and can you break it down for us on how it's really easy to solve?
Okay, in a very simple. In fact, I'll start with. I'll start with the. Would I say the general one, algebra? Algebra is something that if you do not know, I don't think you can solve anything in mathematics. Algebra is a concept that deals with your letters and your numbers together. So you see things like 5x, x squared. You have your number and your letter. So you have the variables and the constants. Yeah. So the variables are things that change. Yeah. For example, we're going to call Lekon a variable such that inside Lekon, we can have a pencil, we can have cups. You change. You're a variable, so you change. But a constant is something that can never change. Two can never change. You can never call two 5. No, because it's a constant. But you can call X 5, you can call X 2, you can call X anything. That's called a variable. So these are concepts, these are terms that you'll find in algebra. So algebra is a concept where you have both numbers and letters. So whenever I hear the word algebra, just know you always see numbers and letters. And note that we're not saying X, Y to confuse anybody. No, we're just representing something with a letter. Yeah. Let's say, for example, Lekon is 50 years old and his daughter is 20 years old. And then they say in 5 years' time, how old would Lekon's daughter be? So you now decide, oh, let's assume we don't know Lekon's age. So we'll say Lekon's age is X. Do you understand? That's what algebra is about. I hope it made sense.
Yes, it makes sense. As you were saying, I was calculating in my head. Okay, X5. Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. Since you love mathematics and all, do you see your children and your descendants after you, following in your footsteps? What's your plan for that?
I'm an advocate of parents not forcing their kids to do what they don't want. Yeah. And also I know that environment matters. If my kids grow up around me, I think they'll be moved by whatever they see around them. So I would never necessarily need to talk about math or anything. You would like math because you're around that thing. Yeah. So they might probably not like math. That's the irony of life. It's no big deal. Just do what you know you can and do what you know. Just be a skillful person. That's what I'm trying to get at with teaching mathematics. I don't just want to teach mathematics. I want to get the correction from the mistakes that our past, teachers made. Are we just learning mathematics, or are we able to be skillful with it and then be able to get jobs, and just be successful at it, not just knowing in the head what are the skills, how do we apply these things to be able to, make a difference. Yeah, that's the goal actually. So I'm not going to force my kids to do anything.
That's nice. At least you know that at least you're not going to force your kids. Okay, so let's talk about your YouTube channel and your Instagram page. How do you feel knowing that you have 130,000 people following you around the world? And I can see the projection going higher to probably 250 to half a million. How do you feel about that?
It's every day when I wake up, there's this pressure in my head. It's like, do you enjoy doing it like you used to? Or you are standing up to just do it because you have people waiting for you? There's this pressure. And when I get calls or DMs saying, oh, I just saw your channel, I think you're doing great, it just makes me happy and reminds me, oh, this is why you started. So stand up and make a video. So I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it feels unreal, but I imagine people being in the room and then me talking to them. So it keeps me going. That thought alone keeps me going. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Congratulations. I mean, on your growth.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So as we bring the interview to a close, what's your advice to people out there, students, and people like me who are not students anymore, but still have the fear of math? What's your advice to them, and what would you tell a child starting school tomorrow? What advice would you give them?
In primary school, I was dumb. I didn't know mathematics. I didn't even know what 2 plus 2 was. That's the truth. But the consistency, everything in life it needs consistency. You need practice. Just keep practicing. So the school that I was in, the teacher was a very patient person. Every time he would give us a job to do, and he would say, anybody that gets it, I'm going to give you something. So you see, that thing alone would want to make, oh, I want to get it so I can get that gift. So I'll start with the parents. Please make sure that your kids have the right teachers. Is it home lesson? Is it extracurricular activities? Just the right teachers that are patient enough. And then for the students, I want you to understand that nothing is hard, nothing is difficult, except you put in your head and think, oh, I'm dumb. Oh, this person knows more than me. No, there is nothing like that. Just keep practicing. You come home, you practice. You go to school during your break, you practice. Just keep practicing. Before you know, you'll be very good at it. That's just the secret. Practice.
I like that consistency and practice. Keep on practicing. You've heard it from Rose from the School of Mathematics in Nigeria. She says, keep on practicing and be consistent. And math is not that difficult. And of course, you need to master the skills of algebra. Once you get your skills of algebra, you're able to solve anything. I didn't know that. I just found out that today. All right, Rose. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate you. We look forward to interviewing again in the future. And we wish you all the best as you go out there teaching mathematics to people.